All right, let's get this started.
My life be the proof of your love.
What is going on, Gaming Fam? This is Gaming for God coming at you with another update to my content creator journey, where I hope to bring you a little bit more transparency into the world of a full-time content creator and show you the harsh realities as well as the good times. There are some of both, and I hope you'll be able to see that in this series. So in case you've been wondering why I haven't been uploading these weekly, honestly, it came to a point where I was getting a little overwhelmed having 4 to 5 videos per week that I uploaded after editing and recording them. It was getting a little overwhelming with streaming as well. So I wanted to emphasize streaming a little bit more and upload less YouTube content but better quality YouTube content. So I've been taking a little extra time to learn a little bit more editing tricks and little tips and things. Am I perfect at it? No, I think that's going to be an ongoing process for the rest of the time I'm a content creator. But I at least wanted you to know we will be uploading these once a month on the first Friday of every month without fail, because this is still a very cool series and it's something that I really enjoy because I get to reflect not only on my old stats but share them with you and give you insight to what I might change going forward, and it also helps me review those exact same things and give you my 2 cents worth. But without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to go ahead and start with Twitch, and I want to do a couple things with this. I really want to make sure that you see how to get to the stats that I'm going to. So first, obviously, you want to make sure that you are logged in on your Twitch account. Super important. You want to make sure that you're here at this home page, as most of us are very familiar with, even if we aren't streamers. But if you are a streamer, you go right up here where my mouse is, upper right hand corner. You can see that my picture's there. If I click on that, it pulls down a drop down, move your mouse down to the creator dashboard. And if you click on that, that'll load this page here. A couple things you can see from your dashboard, which is super cool. Obviously, you can update this. Something I do want to make a big mention of: use emojis, not your emotes, use emojis. You can actually use a website. I'm going to include this link in the description of today's video. It's called getemoji.com. You can copy and paste any emojis that are like available on Apple or Android or anything to that, and it is so much more engaging. I found that a lot of people enjoy it a lot more. It's a little bit more appealing, especially because, let's use an example really quick. All right, we're going to go hit the discover option. Actually, we aren't. We're gonna go to my following. I'm just kidding. We're gonna go to browse. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of, this is kind of an ad lib thing I want you guys to see. So let's say that we go into, wow, Grand Theft Auto 5 is really up there today. Let's go down through the Fortnite category. So we have a rerun from Ninja, who, by the way, has more viewers on a rerun than most of us have ever. We're gonna scroll down through here. We got Lupo. Look at these first 15 even. Okay, 15 roughly. I don't know how to do math, but you see 1. Look how quickly that was easy, like boom, done, 1. There's 1 person with emojis in there out of the top 15. Let's go a little further down. This is the next set. We're gonna looking through. We got 1 guy, nice, with some custom Fortnite gameplay. This guy's got some too. I'm telling you, these folks pop off the page more so to me than anything else, and I imagine that's true for most people. So we're gonna come back in here. As I was saying, once you're at your dashboard, over here on the left hand side, you want to move your mouse down until you see this channel underneath analytics. If you click on that, you can actually do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, this is revenue from a specific date range. What it automatically by default pulls up is the last 30 days. What I want to look at with you guys, though, is last month in its entirety, March. March was an interesting month, and we can kind of look at and dissect a few things. So we still want to look at our best stream and worst stream as far as viewership goes. I'm not worried about money. I think money comes with viewership. That's the reality of it. I need to pay my bills, so in that aspect, I'm worried about money, but that's it. That's the only time I ever think about money. But this is the reality. I'm full-time making this much money a month, just so you guys can understand the perspective here, okay? So, look in here. It looks like I had a Monday, March 25th. I had 15 average viewers, and then this one looks like it was the shortest. It was a Friday for almost 3 hours. What I can do is I can actually click on each of those. I clicked on the least one, clicked on the highest one. Let's look at the least first. Let's just get it out of the way. What was I streaming on March 1st? I honestly couldn't tell you. Let's look. Looks like I was streaming Fortnite, maybe. It looks like that's the case. Because as I look at it, it looks like Fortnite was in a clip there. And I'm trying to look for the chapters. There was a point here, and maybe I'm just dumb, or maybe they expire after a certain time. But as I looked back through here, you'd be able to see all kinds of different things. But it looks like Pastor Susie was hosting me, as well as Amazing Mr. Blue, and those are a couple people that host me on a regular basis. Or that's what these are typically. It's just that it's a channel, it's a host typically, not always. But a good majority of my viewership was actually my followers, which says a lot of good things. It means the community is growing. So you can dissect this down to the lowest bit, but I can promise you that the biggest reason that I didn't have the viewership that I really wanted in that stream was because I was streaming Fortnite. And Fortnite was a very oversaturated game, especially towards the beginning of March. It's becoming less saturated now that Apex Legends, sorry about that, Apex Legends is more popular now. It's starting to kind of gain its traction. So I think that'll flip a little bit here, but at that current day, it was not a good idea. It's a Friday night though, so I know that was intentional. But this was, this wasn't horrid viewership, but this isn't my best either. That's kind of my thing. We're going to move on to the best from the month though. This is more of what my average is now, actually. It's the beginning of April. I'm already doing really well. This started to happen as soon as I adjusted my schedule and committed to it. For those of you that haven't seen the new schedule, I actually have the infographic right here. Boom, there you go. Go ahead, pause the video, take a look at this if you need to, but I'm going to just burn right through that. That's the schedule, and because I committed to a schedule with a theme, that's really what a lot of people are seeing, is that, okay, David's got it. Like, he's got a schedule, he's rolling with it, and it's really important because now people know when I'm going to go live. They know what I'm going to be streaming ahead of time, so they know whether or not they even want to tune in. And that's it, man. That's super important. So on this particular stream, it looks like, I think this was the one where I got, was it double rated by Truth, and who was it? No, I can't remember. It was Miss Ruby Falls. That was who brought it in. I remembered I got a host. It was right at the beginning. I remember that now. Man, it's been a minute since this stream. Today is Thursday, as you can tell. I pre-record my videos. But anyhow, 25 peaked there, but it actually maxed out at 37 maximum viewers, and I managed to maintain an average of 15. 15 is really where my next benchmark is. That's where I want to be hitting for the full 30 days so that I can continue to push towards partnership, which is that 75 average concurrent viewers, because as you can see here, and you may not be able to because my webcam's right down here, but as you can see here, that's the last thing that's got to drop, and I've maintained this no problem, but this is going to be the next thing, and that's what most people struggle with, is viewership. But I have to give people a reason to watch. This day, what would that be? It was a Monday. With the new schedule, would have been 7 Days to Die. I was playing a very, 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 very well loved game by my community as well as Twitch. It actually seems to, I end up in the top 5 streamers of that category quite frequently. And I don't know what it is about that category, but a lot of people are very polite in it. It's probably one of the least toxic communities that I've ever been a part of, and as far as games go. And I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun to play. I usually take that and I run with it as far as a kind of like a, how do I say, a let's play stance. I kind of show people how to play the game. I give people a reason to hang out because they're like, oh, he's showing me cool things, even though I don't know the game fully yet. I've only ever made it to day 14 in the game, for those of you that are familiar. So anyhow, that's the Twitch stuff. Now, if you don't know, my next goal is to get to 30 or 15 average viewers, and the next one after that is 30. We're going to do it in 15 viewer increments, so that way we can continue to grind and get better and better at it. So if you haven't figured out how to lurk yet, I want to encourage you to lurk. I'm actually lurking right now. I'll go ahead and show you. I've got another thing pulled up right here. I've got Miss Ruby Falls pulled up. I've got The Way TV. I've got Till Truth and Father Ironheart. Now, Till Truth is pushing great viewership today, and that's probably because he got access to customs. That said, I want to encourage you to lurk for your favorite streamers, because it is such a huge thing for us if you help us get supported in that way, because it doesn't cost you anything. It might cost you a little bandwidth, but that's it. So it's really a big way to do it. But we're going to go ahead and move on now. We're going to move over to the YouTube stuff, which is, I imagine, what some of you are here for, and I imagine some of you are also here for Twitch. Really quick, a guide to getting to the YouTube analytics. Same kind of concept. Up here, upper right, you click on your what am I, Scooby-Doo? Upper right, click on the image there, whatever your logo or profile picture is. You come down here where it says Creator Studio. Click on that bad boy, it'll load. Okay, this is where you end up. This is your first screen. And now we're going to go over to our analytics right here on the left-hand side. If I just click that, it'll pull up just the generic analytics. I don't usually get into the little nitty-gritty pieces. I like to look at overviews, because I think that for me, personally, if I get into the nitty-gritty, I lose sight of the fact that there's still people watching. They're still human beings. This is just numbers, right? So that's super important to me. This was actually a pretty decent month overall. Not my best month, but actually a pretty decent month. And I'll give you a perspective here in a minute. So in March, the whole month, I had 463 watch minutes. That's insane for me. That's a lot of viewership. Looks like it peaked on a couple of days. We could actually go in and we could psych that out, look at it a little bit. These peaks actually correspond to dates. If I click on that, I can pull it up a little bit more in detail. And like I said, I don't normally do this, but we'll go ahead and do that. So the 3rd of March would have been, what day of the week? Let's look at a calendar. Would have been Interesting. So on Sunday, for some reason, I don't ever upload on Sundays. I don't know what happened there. But I had a lot of viewership on that Sunday. Maybe somebody just binge watched and caught up on all the stuff they've missed. I don't know. But then what's the 25th? Is that another Sunday? No, it's not another Sunday. It's a Thursday, and I don't upload anything on Thursday either. That's crazy. So we've had a really couple of just interesting pieces of growth. Doesn't really seem like there's a pattern trackable to the uploads at that point. But that's okay. Like I said, we were just kind of looking at it. It's okay, darling. We're going to be Edna for a minute. But again, average view duration. This is another thing. You want to increase as a YouTube creator. This is the other part of something you have to keep in mind. You have to be engaging enough in your YouTube videos for people to stay. Sometimes that's cut scenes like I do, like where I'll just cut, and it just back to back to back talking. But sometimes that's not the case. It really depends on the style of something you're doing as well. Your personal style in videos is very important. And I think there's a lot of things that really go into this. But the average view duration, if people are watching my videos for 3 minutes and my videos are roughly 8 to 10 minutes long, that means they're watching them for less than 30% of the total video, which means at some point I lose their interest as a rule. This is not just one video. These are all my videos in general. So I have got to think about, okay, what can I do to improve? And that's what I want you to be able to do, is look at your stats and go, where can I improve? I know that from like my Twitch stats, I know for a fact I should not be streaming Fortnite anymore. I don't like the game, number one, and that's been proven recently. I just stopped playing it because I don't enjoy it. And that, I promise you, if you're playing a game that you are forcing yourself to play, your viewers know it. They're not stupid. They know for a fact you don't like the game. So don't play something just because it's the right thing to play. Play something that you enjoy and it's the right thing to play. You can find it very well in the middle. Anyway, moving on. So coming in here, got that average view duration. The thing that I could improve on there is adding a reason for people to stay through the whole video. And that's something that I will be working on as I go forward. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but I know that's something I need to do to help improve this number, which is part of getting YouTube. I don't know if they call it partnership. I think it's just being part of their program where you can get paid for ads. You have to have 4,000 watch hours over the last 12 months, as well as 1,000 subscribers, which brings me to another point. Hey, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button for me real quick, would you? Just do it. Doesn't take you long. We're trying to hit 100 subs, man. Get a 10th of the way to our long-term goal. I'd love that. That would throw my whole day for a loop. It would make me so excited. And if you do click the subscribe button, be sure to click the bell right next to it so that you can get notified when my videos go live for you. And I sounded like a really weird person just then. I already sound weird, but you knew what I meant. Anyhow, then we have the views. Now, the views, a lot of people get focused on those. Just don't worry about those. Seriously, throw those out the window. What you want to worry about is your watch time, and you want to worry about your view duration, because the two statistics you need, two numbers that you need to hit in order to become a YouTube partner, we're going to use that phrase for lack of a better one, is number one, to have 4,000 watch hours over the last year. And that comes down to watch time and your average view duration. If you can increase your average view duration, if they watch the whole video, even if you only have 20 people watching a 10-minute video, that's 200 minutes. So you may not think that's much, but it starts to exponentially grow. So if you can increase your average view duration, get better watch time, and that helps get to one of those statistics. The other one is just the subscribers, and that just comes from doing what I just did a minute ago, plugging it, making sure people know that you're here for real, and you would like them to subscribe to help you out. Now, coming through here, I don't have any dislikes. Not normal. Just so you know, that is not normal. I don't normally have 22 likes and then 0 dislikes. Normally I have a lot more dislikes because people are just like that. They just need it. Comments are super important. That's another thing. If you can get your content to be engaging and encourage people to be part of the content rather than just you making videos and them watching, it is super important. That can really make or break a channel for sure. And then we look at our subscriber gain as well. Last thing we're going to break down in YouTube. This is really it. This last little bit down here. Don't need to worry about playback locations personally. I don't stress that too much. But right here, we can look at all of our watch time. So one of my more recent vlogs, this one was posted March 23rd, is the most viewed video from the whole month. That's crazy. So it has 109 minutes of the watch time for the total amount, 22 views. It's crazy. Now, the reason that I don't have any revenue is because I'm not YouTube partnered, whatever they call it. And that's super important to keep in mind. But definitely check this out. We can see that my Minecraft Skyblock challenge for some reason just blew up out of nowhere. I don't know what happened there. But I've actually stopped that series since. So that said, there's a lot going on. It looks like 100% of my viewership's in the US, which I would like to eventually change. It would be cool to be able to reach the world. And it's got a channel pages, like lots of different things. You can literally take your analytics and break them down to the littlest, most nitty-gritty detail ever. But this is where I want to encourage you guys with something real quick. If you are looking at all this and you're like, you know what, David, look, there's so much information on this page that I don't even know how to even begin to understand it. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Take it one section at a time. And if you have any questions about whether it's the Twitch streaming stuff or YouTube content creation, you are more than welcome to head to the description, the comment section below. I'm going to smack my mic for you guys. Look at that. You like that? I'm going to just let you know. Go to the comment section below. Ask any questions that you would like to ask. You gotta keep it PG, man. Just keep it PG. That's the only thing I'm gonna ask you. But please, 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 feel free to ask any and all questions that you have so that I can answer them to the best of my ability and help you guys be able to pursue your dreams. I think that is super important, regardless if it's streaming or YouTube content creation or both or neither, and you just want to know maybe how do I keep myself motivated. It can be anything surrounding not only streaming and content creation on YouTube, but my life in general and how I deal with it and how I deal with the highs and the lows of content creation. You are more than welcome to ask any of those questions down in the description below. I don't know how many times I'm going to call it a description. Yeah, you guys can apparently edit the description now. We aren't cutting anything out. We're just going for it. But that's going to wrap up this video for this update of my content creator journey. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you click the subscribe button for me and ring the bell that is right next to it so you can get notified for when all of my videos go live for you. As well, while you're down there, smack that like button as hard as you can with your mouse. Please don't punch your monitor, but please smack it as hard as you can so that I know to continue making these kinds of videos, because if they're helping you, they make me happy. That's it. It's that simple. You can also visit the comment section. See what I did there? I said description instead of comment section. Now I flipped it. Let's try that again. Make sure to visit the description. Man, I can't get anything right today. Holy moly. One more time, carefully. Make sure to visit the description of today's video. There we go, we got it. Click the compiled link that's there. There's a social media plethora in there. There's a Twitter, there's an Instagram, there's a Snapchat. There's also a Discord link below the compiled link. Please feel free to join the Discord or follow me on Instagram or Twitter and add me on Snapchat, any of those 4 things, so that I can get to know all of my viewers here on YouTube even better, because that's my goal. I don't want you guys to just be people. One of my things I'm most well known for saying is life is difficult. Don't do it alone. And Discord, that is the place where we truly believe that and keep that at the core of it. So please feel free to join that if you're going through some rough things in life. We'd love to help you. Until next time, this is Gaming for God, and I am signing off.